What's up, y'all? So we're at a milestone mark here with the podcast, the 20th episode, and we passed the 2,000 subscriber mark on the podcast. I'm so grateful that I'm able to have this podcast, and I didn't create it just so I can hear myself talk. I created it as a platform to lead others to identifying their passion and creating a vision for their lives. See, I'm a strong believer that every human being was born with a gift, not one, but many. I also believe that it's hard to focus on our own journeys when we're so influenced by the media and what people at higher stages are doing. So sometimes it can be a good thing to watch other people's journeys, but a lot of the times it's just misleading because we see the results instead of their work behind the scenes. So with this podcast, I bring on successful entrepreneurs from literally all different walks of life. They talk about their stories and some of the skills and gifts that they've used to reach a certain level of success. And one thing I personally learned throughout the journey is that patience is key. It's awesome to have amazing, humongous goals, but you also need to know that it's not going to happen overnight. So be grateful for the baby steps and reward yourself at the same time. So for me, I want to get to 5,000 subscribers so bad, just because that's a goal that I set for myself when I first started. And sometimes that one goal makes me unaware of all of the lives that I'm changing along the way. So I want y'all to hear from these two amazing human beings right here. I'm going to watch on my phone, and y'all should watch from the screen next to me.
So I was asked to make a testimonial video about Your Visionary podcast. I've listened to every episode from day one. I've been supporting Your Visionary CJ. And that brother right there, he going places, and he speaks in a way that just resonates so deep in my soul that just lets me know there's other people out there who think like me. I've always been a visionary, always been a person who saw the big dreams, but I struggled trying to find the steps to get there. So my dad used to tell me was my biggest thing. But listening to the podcast, it just gives me so much energy in the morning times when I'm just on the way to work, and I'm like, boom, hit the podcast, and I'll listen to the episode over, go back, listen to other ones, so I can just kind of start my day with something that I know is really just gonna, feed my spirit, fill my brain. And it's really just like, motivating me to keep going, so much harder. Because when I found out that I was having a baby, about, in the end of December 2017, I immediately went to Atlanta, and I spent some time with CJ, and he motivated me so much with just like the things that he was feeding his spirit with. And I was like, man, you got to get this information out to people, man. Like, just being around you is good. So he started the podcast, and I was just so happy for him, so excited that he was doing something to help share what he knew and things that he's learned and seen out in life. And the podcast is just helping me move from the ideas to action, getting to do things and not spending so much time just thinking about them, but actually, putting the footwork to it. And I tell so many people about it every day. What do you listen to? What do you read? And, I tell them, listen to Your Visionary podcast by Visionary CJ. And I'm reading a book by Gary Lund right now. So, steadily putting things in, steadily feeding my spirit. I'm in a season where I'm still learning and growing. So I appreciate the podcast because it's really just blessed my soul to help me, or just see there's other visionaries out there and seeing what I want and bringing those things that are in my vision to my reality, because they're already here. God's already given us all the tools to have them. So, we just got to tap in.
Hey, so I'm not really good with taking videos and stuff. I think I'll just kind of tell you again what I already told you. I really enjoyed your podcast, and I think what I enjoy the most is you as a podcast host is very personable, and you actually sought me out and became one of my friends. I thought that personal relationship was really important. And what I like about your podcast the most is that at the end of every episode, you kind of summarize what happened in that episode, and you kind of bullet point things that people can do, which I really like, because I'm the kind of person who likes going off of bullet points. I have a to-do list every day. So that's really helpful for me. That's what I got the most out of your podcast. And then I think just you as a person is very inspiring. We became friends, and then you really encouraged me to take on the initiative of doing something to really make my dreams happen. And then when I listened to your podcast and you gave so many bullet points, and there's so many encouragements embedded in your podcast, and I just felt so inspired. And it made me feel like it can't be that hard to just start doing something, to start just pursuing my passion. So I started my own blog because of your encouragement, and I'm really grateful for that. So thank you very much. And now let's see if I can stick with my blog. I really hope so. So yeah, thank you.
Super dope, super dope. And so yeah, it's messages like these that motivate me to continue what I'm doing and to practice gratitude every single step of the way. I'm not even supposed to be doing this at all. If you knew me 5 years ago, you wouldn't even believe half of the stuff that I was doing. But the presence of God is real, and when you lean on Him, He'll be your guiding light in the darkness. But yeah, man, big things on the way. Let's go. Wait, one more thing before I go. If you genuinely rock with me and you haven't listened to an episode yet, it's all good. I still love you. But I do ask that you go and listen to an episode. And just listen to 5 to 10 minutes of it. And if you like it, continue to listen. Some episodes that I personally recommend. The first one, of course, where I just tell my personal journey, my personal story. Also number 2 or 3, where I interview 2 of my mentors. Number 16 with Jay Bailey, a superstar black entrepreneur, one of my idols. And then my brother Austin, episode number 18. So those are the ones I recommend. And like I said, if you genuinely rock with me, just go listen to an episode. Let me know what you think. Big things coming on the way, like I said, and I'm out.